And what's going on, Gorehounds? Welcome to another deep diving episode of the Gore More Podcast. I'm your not so mean fluff mess supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing the shit show in. However, I'll bring the shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror homies. I don't have any cool cave jumping or wait, what do we got? Was it spelunking, right? My spooky spelunkers. There we go. That's easy enough. Fucking A. Starting it off.
Or you could just call us basic white boys trying to do white people shit.
No. No. Listen, first and foremost, that might be a white person thing, but I am not that white and I'm way too fat, bro.
Like I said,
they not gonna happen.
They need to change the title of this movie to dumb shit only white people do.
Skinny white people. I said
that. I was going to say,
there's no fluffy motherfuckers.
I don't think there's any
none of us are doing this.
No,
none of us are.
No. But today is November 6th, 2023. And well, we have a very fun episode today. We're talking 2005's The Descent, which personally for me, I haven't seen in a hot fucking minute. And it was great to review. And I can't wait to fucking talk about it.
Dude, I think this is the first time I've seen it since it first came out to DVD.
Oh, hot damn, dude.
I think.
So it's been a minute then.
I could have sworn I thought I might have watched it with Steph when we first started dating. But this movie came out like almost 3 years before we started dating, so I don't think I did.
Word.
It's been about a couple years since I've watched it myself.
I'm gonna say probably a solid decade for me as well. So, fuck yeah, dude. So we're all excited to talk about that. But before we do, we're gonna talk about what we did in the previous week. Before we do that, I am gonna say, obviously, we are missing our beloved brethren, Mr. Scuba Steve. He is feeling a little under weather tonight. Little kiddo. That's Bobby fucking around. Stop it out. Cut it out. Just as bad as Scoob's fucking clipping his nails last week. I was trying to take the shit out in post. I totally forgot about that until I was editing the episode. I was like, you dirty motherfucker, dude. Like, god damn it. I just deleted that whole scene. Everybody listens to the audio. But yeah, so Scoobs is out not feeling too well. His little one, Charlie, got him sick. So much love to both of them. Hope they feel better. Yes. But we do have Variant Scoops, so we will pull him in to set this shit off right. Variant Scoops.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your
fucking A.
I still half the time don't notice he's in the corner. I'd see cheese pizza.
I pulled that in a little early. I didn't even honestly introduce you guys because I was going to say earlier, we have the Dark Lord of Knowledge. I'm sorry, I'm a little going fast today. We have that Dark Lord of Knowledge, that Chad Daddy way down from the Chattahoochee, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
And, of course, that beloved Meat Mountain, that killing machine, Mr. Bobby Amone.
Welcome to the shit show, people. How the fuck are you?
Fuck yeah. All right. So we already did Slice of Life. Chad Daddy, how the fuck you been, buddy?
Well, not too bad. Last week was, of course, Halloween. It was our day. Took the kids trick-or-treating. And I got to tell you, man, I was dead-ass tired by the time we got home. Because it took the kids, I had, worked 10 hours. So I was up since like 4:30 in the morning. Came home, had just enough time to eat a quick dinner, get the kids ready, and then out the door, and then walk however far it is, a couple miles, I swear to God, doing fucking trick-or-treating. So yeah. I was a tired boy when I came home.
Hell yeah, man. Get them Reese's, baby.
Yeah, buddy. Aside from that, just, worked, and let's see what else I do. Friday, though I was just going to send the wife, just to go get groceries, and I was just going to stay home and watch a movie or something. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. The kids are in school. What's up, Brody?
Brody.
Yeah, I was like, the kids are in school. We never get to do anything, just the two of us. I'm like, yeah, let's go get groceries. Maybe we'll run up to Ollie's, look for some things. Hey, Gene.
What's up, Gene?
Howdy, Gene.
So we went to Ollie's, did some Christmas shopping, got a lot of stuff for the kids actually.
Good.
Like if you want to go Christmas shopping on a budget, go to Ollie's. They have a ton of shit. Like I got, and it's not like really shitty knockoff shit. Like I got like Transformers for my son. There's Nerf guns, all sorts
Yeah,
of really.
it's
cool
always
shit.
like a season behind, which is like, ooh, kids don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, I got Cameron one of the reissue Megatron Beast Wars, the big fucking T-Rex version.
oh no shit.
$10. No, $15.
What? Nice.
I got myself a Coronation Starscream and one of the headmasters for $25 total.
What do you mean
Nice.
by Coronation Starscream? Like
Okay, so it's just it's based on the '86 movie, right? It's just like a regular Starscream figure
okay.
that's more screen accurate, and then it comes with the throne, the crown, the cape, and everything that he was wearing.
Oh, so this is after he dethroned Megatron. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Word.
It's literally called Coronation Starscream. So I got him. He's sitting up downstairs.
Nice.
Oh, let's see. Then we came home. I watched Pumpkinhead, which I was hoping to watch it before Halloween. Didn't get a chance, so I sat down and watched it Friday night.
Didn't you just get the physicals, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
And of course, like after I order the physical, it goes on sale on fucking Voodoo for $5. I was like, whatever. I paid just a little more and got the physical copy.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it's nice to have that physical. You know
It
what
is.
I mean?
I mean, it is convenient that you can just queue up your Voodoo wherever and watch it.
It
But
is.
nothing beats physical.
Sometimes it's not.
Uh-huh.
Listen, sometimes I miss waking up to having the menu on repeat and like, oh, the fuck happened? You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's a good time.
So let's see, what else did we do? Saturday was, taking the kids bowling. I don't think we did much Saturday, and then Sunday. Oh, dude, Sunday. It happened. We undecorated the house, got all the Halloween stuff down,
Dum 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 dum.
and turned right around and put the
dum,
fucking
dum,
Christmas
dum.
stuff up. So the Christmas tree is up. It is not decorated. We won't decorate that for a while, but it's up. Steph is like a little kid with Christmas. She loves Christmas.
Can I ask something quick, dude? Like, I don't know if she's listening or not. So, I mean, go to like Dollar General, bro. Like all the harvest stuff is like 50% right now.
Oh, she'll
You can
go.
just,
She goes and gets that stuff.
No, but
Every-
I'm saying like, okay, but like, see if you can find like a bunch of like turkeys and stuff, and then just put those in the tree, so that way you can have a sweet Thanksgiving tree. And
See, like that's
then-
okay.
We have like a
And-
bunch of scarecrows.
Okay, but instead of like the popcorn, right? Go to a fabric store or something, or maybe even dollar stores. See if they have brown ribbon. I think you know where I'm going with this.
I know where you're
Then
going.
roll on that, and then go get yourself one little kayaker to put on that brown string, going right down in the middle. And then you
Dude,
got your mashed potato lady,
I still love your idea from last year of making that a fucking inflatable.
bro.
Oh, that
if-
would be so
if
fun.
They haven't
I
done
could-
that.
If I could only make that inflatable, or even worst case scenario, just print a giant outside like 9x12 banner that says "Happy Thanksgiving" from the Dransacks in just that image. Like,
That
You could absolutely do that.
Yo,
I
yes,
know,
you
but
could.
it'd be way cooler as an inflatable.
I know.
But then I'm thinking, I'm like, do I just go full out and make it like a Halloween decoration, but for Thanksgiving? Like, so do I actually make like a 3D model of a mashed potato mountain and then just borrow like my sister's kayak and put a dummy in there?
Stuff is.
Damn it, Steph! No!
There she is.
She,
I mean, thank you for listening. Yes.
guarantee she was listening to see if I mentioned the Christmas tree going up.
Oh, that's fair, dude.
I mean, look, I'm just.
Oh my
gonna
God,
say
we got
this
everybody
now,
in
though.
here.
I mean,
Both
Joe and
Josephs.
Steph. Look, no Christmas tree goes up that early, but that's just me. So it's okay.
Bullshit, dude. There
Happy,
was people
happy wife,
the
happy
night-
wife, happy life. Yeah, there's some
There
people
was
the next
people
day had their-
the night of, bro. They
Oh,
got
that's-
home from trick or treating, and
that's
it was like Halloween's done. It's fucking Christmas.
Nah.
No, more like you could go fuck yourself and shove a cactus where the sun don't shine.
I don't. I mean, if it makes you happy, whatever, dude. I like looking at the lights in the morning. I'm not personally ready to do it at my own house, but I'm also at that weird pitch, and Chad Daddy probably understands, and so do you, Bob, where like you're not ready for it, but it might be smarter if you're doing outside shit to beat the snow
Yes.
if you want to put it up.
Yeah, because
No,
it's
that I
it's
will-
in the
I will
60s
agree
right
with
now.
that.
It's the perfect time to put the outside stuff up.
Mm-hmm. So
Which we haven't done that yet. That's next. We'll probably do that this week sometime.
nice.
Let's see what else. Oh, and I started playing Gotham Knights on PS5.
How is it?
I am enjoying it so far. I don't know why it gets a lot of hate.
It's because it was locked at 30 FPS, and everybody's all crotchety about that. That's
I
probably
don't.
the only reason why.
Okay, so speaking of like things like 30 FPS, okay, I don't notice things like that. It doesn't bother me that it's only 30 FPS. I don't give a flying fuck. But
Dude, I wear glasses, so my eyes aren't that good anyways. It's you know what I mean?
and you have a 4K TV, right?
A shitty one, but yes.
Does yours have HDR? That
No.
high dynamic. Okay, mine does. Like only for certain things. Like if I'm watching a movie on Disney Plus
Yeah.
or on the PS5 or anything, I fucking hate HDR.
That over
It's
it makes
supposed,
it
Yeah,
it's supposed to make the colors pop, but it fucking darkens everything so much.
I agree.
It's awful. It's like if you ever watched a more recent movie in 3D and like everything just seems darker than it should be.
yes.
It's like that. It's
That makes
really
sense.
really dark and it's horrible. And I figured out because when I was playing Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, I have a hard time seeing things in corners. I turned off the HDR and boom, can see perfectly now.
Ah,
So I
nice.
found out there's a secret menu on my TV to completely turn off HDR because when I was trying to watch Quantumania last week, some of the shit was really fucking dark. And like when we watched like The Mandalorian, it's really dark because of the fucking HDR.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I hate I absolutely hate it. I would not recommend turning it on. I know Boss Man just is all about HDR and all that shit. It sucks. Fuck HDR.
No, I agree. Honestly, so
Do you I mean, I'm kind of weird though, like where I don't like almost too good of high definition because then everything starts to look too fake.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it doesn't feel like it like you can clearly tell it's all set. And I'm like, no, man. I miss like the kind of mysticism. Like I'm not gonna say like VHS was the ultimate format, but you know what I mean? Like there was just kind of like there was so much shit masked because of like shitty audio or shitty video and stuff.
Oh,
But
dude,
like
watch
it kind of worked for it sometimes.
Dude, watch a Godzilla movie in like clear resolution. Like
Yeah, it's not the
see what I mean?
same,
No,
dude.
it's not.
It's not. You could tell.
Nah.
You could tell that it's not real, which we know. But you know what? It makes it look so unrealistic.
Speaking
Yeah.
of, Friday was Godzilla Day, which was the anniversary of the release of the first Godzilla, and it
Oh,
was
nice.
the 69th anniversary. Yeah,
Did they just
Hey.
when did that -1 drop? Did it already drop in
it
Japan?
came out. It came out on Friday in Japan, and we will get it.
I heard it's doing awesome.
Yeah, it's doing really good.
So hell yeah.
And I did find out that my local AMC theater, they have it as
Thank you,
tentative
Joseph.
that they might get it. They're trying to get it anyway.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's
Nice.
like a 20-minute drive. So hopefully, I'm hoping they get it. But if not, I'm not driving all the way to Pittsburgh to watch it because that's the only ones I know for sure that have it.
Oof. All right.
So
Hell
yeah,
yeah, dude.
yeah, that was my week. Bobby, how about you, buddy?
My week was good. Celebrated Halloween with a big party that my buddy and his wife throw every year. They do a Halloween block party where you go drink and get candy and eat and scare the shit out of people like normal. So me and my girlfriend went to that. And then what did I do? Friday night with a couple friends of mine, we actually went to the Exotica, which is a is a show.
I saw you smooching pickles.
Yeah,
Dude, those pickles were so fucking good.
Flag it. Hell yeah,
But,
dude.
So
Were
we
they
went there.
stuffed? They looked
No. They were just literally no. That's literally this size of the pickle.
that's what she said. So this was a sex con? What do you want to explain? Okay.
That's literally what it is.
So
I
I'm
didn't
just,
want to try to
I
like
just want
too simplify
was
it, but-
was Ron Jeremy selling the pickles?
Is that
Jeremy
fucker in
wasn't-
jail?
He
I don't
is.
Pretty
He
sure he's
really
in
wasn't
prison.
there. He wasn't there.
Do
So,
they have
yeah.
do they have stars there and stuff like that?
Oh yeah. Yes, they
What
do.
a like,
Oh, is
I
that
always-
is that
listen,
what Joe
I-
Gallo meant by "Did you meet Katie Morgan"? I guess
Well, that's why when I said no, I did not. I didn't. I don't go to meet anybody. I go to look and like after two laps, I'm kind of like saw it. I'm ready to go home.
I need to know.
I'm just picturing Bobby standing looking at the vendors and he just knocking shit over just by turning.
I'm just wondering
That
how
sounds
many
about right.
how many do you think like motherfuckers are scoping Bob in that crowd? They're like, look at this big beefy motherfucker, dude.
Why is he smuggling a coat rack in his pants?
So
Oh my god.
like I could care less about meeting celebs. I know I've met that before. Like sometimes I like it. But man, to
Yeah.
go try to meet a porn star. That's
I don't know,
just
yeah.
like what
That would
Why?
be
No,
weird.
You want
I've
that
heard
autograph? Do you need that autograph? What are we doing here?
I've
Like, are
heard
you
some of
really
the
going to try to shoot your
conversations,
shot? Like,
because if you're walking past, like you hear the conversations, some of the things I heard, I just go, "What possessed you to say what you just said to her or to him?"
because those dudes' only interaction with actual people is probably porn.
I wonder how many
And-
questions, how many of the girls get asked about DVDA.
Wait, the band or the movie?
The app.
Dun, 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 dun. Hi.
God,
'Cause I got some shit about that.
I'm
The
willing
band's
to bet
awesome.
I'm willing to
It
bet you
is.
they all get some sort of question like that. Oh God.
Yes, thank you, Brody. I loved you in this video. Can you squirt on this photo for me? Like, what the fuck do you ask these people, dude?
That
you-
Be like you go up to be like, listen, honey, the way you took that dick, oh my god, it changed my life. Like, what the fuck, dude?
just to give you a heads up, there was a point in time where the boss man wanted to do a podcast where he would be interviewing porn stars. And
It
I
wouldn't
said,
be- well-
fuck no. I said,
I
you
just-
do this, I will not support it. I want nothing to do with it. I'm like, no, I do not want a porn star podcast on our network.
I don't really honestly see what you would put it this way. It's literally going to be the same questions nearly every time. For one, but two, it's also you don't need.
Yeah, but
that.
is
He-
it
he
though?
would-
Like,
He wanted to
Yeah.
he wanted to show people that, porn stars are like, they're just people too. And like, no, nobody cares. No. Like, I'm putting my foot down. Like, I don't do it more often, but I am vetoing this.
I don't know, man. I'm sure there's a million of podcasts out there for it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
Not
let,
that-
Yeah,
not
let them
this
do.
too,
You
but-
That was
know.
nothing. Like, I don't really think we want those people as our audience. That's not the people we want to reach out to.
You know what the funny part is? It's exactly. It's the audience. Like, yeah, they are people, but it's the audience who's going to really be like,
Well,
all up
I
in
just-
your shit. Like, that's really what it's going to do.
it's not that people don't like porn, but it's like to like it enough to go to a convention to look for a specific star. That, like,
Like, are these guys hoping that the porn star is going to sleep with them or something?
that's all I can think of. Like, that's all it would.
Dude,
Because
I
what
said
else
this-
would it be?
No, I said the same thing. I said, I guarantee you half the men, I say it like that, like, we're here trying to get, I'm like, it's not
Or
gonna happen.
or is
The
it
thing
like,
I haven't really watched porn in like 20 years. Like, I don't really know who any of the current stars
But,
are.
like-
I'll be looking around like, who the fuck are these people?
so like if it's like, do you go up instead of getting like an autograph from a dude, like he just mushroom stamps you and like that's what you go home with? Like, what the fuck? Like, how are we doing this, dude?
I
Like,
think it all depends on what you're willing to pay for.
so it's like $40 for
know.
a mushroom stamp, $20 for a photo, and $60 for a co-op, like where he
I
stamps
guess-
you in the photo, like,
I-
like,
And a happy ending is always extra.
well, yeah, that's another 30.
I couldn't give you the numbers because
So either way though, you had fun and you enjoyed some pickles.
Yeah, no, it's you walk around, you literally go like this, and I'm like, okay, well,
Did anybody
Money-
leave with anything, or is that something you can't say? That's fine.
I didn't leave with anything.
Oh, okay.
Nobody left with it. No, what the hell? No.
I'm sure they're gonna have vendors there selling shit.
Oh no, they
right?
have
Like,
vendors. Yeah,
yeah, that's what I'm
but,
saying.
I mean,
bro.
you
Like, I don't
know, I mean, if you want to walk out of there with a 13
Why
inch
is this
python,
bag
you
sticky?
can, but that's not my problem. But no, we just went.
Just saying,
walked
you could have.
around.
You easily could have picked up a very nice back massager there, Bob. I don't know.
I mean, you could have picked up the Brokeback 2000. It had an extra tickly thingy on it. You know,
Possibly.
it reaches in spots you can't reach.
Hey, sometimes you need a massager with a French tickler.
Fucking A, bro. Gotta get that right in the neck crevice. There, like,
Get right that spot right between your shoulder blades.
Jesus Christ.
you know it,
Anyway.
Joe. Somebody did leave with something itchier like that. There was some hooking up in them bathrooms there. There's no way there's not, dude.
Oh, there it was. You could smell it.
Half the
all
guys
right?
are walking out. They're just
Oh,
Anyway, I'm gonna move on from
avoid the
Saturday.
glory hole, everybody. Avoid.
We're gonna
I'm staying out of those restrooms.
Jesus Christ, Brody. Anyway, we're gonna move on from Friday. Saturday was a chill day.
We spent a lot of time talking about
We spent way too much.
That was a
time
good
on
sidebar.
that.
I like
That
that.
was a very good sidebar, though. Saturday was just a chill day. I did some things at home, and then I came down to Rebecca's, and then we had lunch and chilled out and made dinner. Sunday, we went to Atlantic City for the
Ooh,
afternoon,
nice.
and we also had a comped room, so we were able to stay over from Sunday to Monday. So I was off today.
Nice.
We gambled our money away. We had some good food and enjoyed a nice little quiet weekend. For now, a 3-day week is coming up because I have Friday off for a wedding, so I'm ready to blow through this shit like it's nobody's
Nice.
business.
I always
But
have 3 weekends.
I know you do, but nobody asked. But
Dude, I have like 2 actual full weeks of work this month, and that's it
that's not bad. That's pretty good.
because of Black Friday, and then the week after we get that Monday off because of deer hunting season. A lot of guys up there hunt, so we get that
Oh,
day
there you
off.
go.
Yeah.
So, but no, it was a good weekend. It was nice and chill. Had celebrated my girlfriend's birthday. She had a
Oh,
good time.
happy
That's all that
belated birthday,
matters.
by the way,
Happy
Rebecca.
belated birthday,
Thank you,
Rebecca.
thank you. And then next weekend I have Monster Mania on Saturday. So going to that, got to go meet some celebs that I haven't met before. So
There
I'm
you
excited
go.
for that. But that we'll talk about next Monday. And now we need to know what this guy appeared. How was your weekend?
It was pretty good, man. So obviously, unfortunately, my kiddo was sick for Halloween, so we didn't really get to go trick or treating fully. But the few houses we took her to, which was only like staying with family because they knew, she was sick and everything. We gave everybody the heads up, but she still got a full fucking bucket of candy, bro. It was ridiculous,
Nice.
man. Like, so yeah, she
Wrong with
fucking
that.
still made out with a champ.
By the way, let me just when we took the kids trick or treating, somebody walked by us and said, "Take the kids down to the high rise. That's the old folks' home,
Mhm.
because nobody's taking their kids there. There's a lot of older people that really want to see the kids." She's like, "They're just giving out big bags of candy." So we went down there.
See, that's cool because I've heard
Bags stuffed with candy for the kids.
flip sides where like some people said to do that, but then there is some retirement homes that will only allow like you to come in per visitation things too. So like, if great Gormore PSA, if you got some kids, do that if you can, but check into it beforehand and make sure that you can.
Oh yeah, we stood there for a good 10 minutes afterwards talking to the people,
That's awesome, man. No, I actually saw something going around about that online this year, and it was like that was something that I was kind of hopeful to try to do, but obviously, it didn't luck out. But it happens. And yeah, so we did that, and then the wifey's been sick all week. Somehow I've avoided it, which she's mad, but I'm just like, yo, dude, I got like a crystalline layer going on here where like nothing wants to fucking hit through. So, yeah, other than that, man, this weekend was pretty fucking chill. I hung out with a buddy and helped him kind of level up the floor a little bit. We didn't do exactly what he wanted to do because it was more bullshit to go that way. So we did a little side course action and built a bunch of beams to stabilize each spot. And yeah, so that was a busy fucking Saturday. And other than that, man, I gamed all fucking weekend, man. I've been juggling between Mortal Kombat, Ghostbusters, and Halo. MK1 season ends this week. I made sure to get everything I could from that. Ghostbusters, because obviously you guys know that whole new DLC. So that fire has been relit, and I've been just trying to get all them challenges with Prestiging. And then Halo's got this fucking great season going on that ends in 7 days that I've also been trying to grind out all the levels on that shit too. So, yeah, it's been, what's one thing I did? I was kind of fun, but it wasn't fun because all my results wielded negative. But Chad Daddy teased me because he's got fucking Game Fuel this weekend. And so I, in a fever, went out searching at 6 different locations for that shit. Couldn't find it anywhere.
You can go on the Mountain Dew website and find it.
I want it now. I need it in my lips right now.
We weren't even looking for it. We just stopped at a little local store. It's not even like a big chain store or we stopped there to grab some hamburger meat, and she found it there.
Did they have the purple one? The new purple one? No,
just the
yeah. So
it does taste exactly the same.
It's supposed to officially drop today because according to thing like. So either your guys' like distributor just didn't give a shit or something like that.
Because certain regions get it before, like that. The release day, that's like the absolute final day.
That's the absolute day.
Yeah.
But it's cool though because what they're doing and talking about this is OG like 2007 citrus cherry fucking Game Fuel.
It's got Halo on the label.
Halo is coming back out with a Halo 3 resurged season, and they're bringing in like 7 fucking Halo 3 maps. So like all the boys from my era of 2007, we're all gonna be like crying tears of joy in like a few days because yeah, bro.
I'm only
Halo
sad
3
because I don't. I'm only sad because I don't know if you can get it in the big 2-liter bottles anymore.
No, I think it's just the 20 ounce. I'm hoping for the 12 packs, dude. If I find at least a 12 pack, then that bitch is mine. But
I'm looking forward. I don't even. Oh damn! I don't know if they have a zero sugar version of that.
they don't.
I didn't think so. I didn't see
Wife
it on.
already yelled at me. She's like, "You can't have it." I'm like, "Not gonna stop me."
You can have one.
I love.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So yesterday, Steph's going to the store and she's like, do you want me to get you like an energy drink or a game fuel if they have it? I'm like, I hate to say it, but maybe an energy drink because that's just too much sugar in a game fuel.
Game fuel. It is.
I've
But
never
I don't
had
care,
Game Fuel.
126% of your recommended sugars.
bro. It's awesome.
Holy shit!
Now, think about that. And what I'm going to tell you, and I might have mentioned this before, but when Halo 3 dropped, I took an entire week off to play that game. And the only thing I drank was game fuel for that entire
My
fucking
God.
week.
Jesus
I was
Christ.
pissing.
That's how John got
orange, bro.
diabetes.
Exactly.
Diabetes.
You would think I should, bro. It was me and my roommate were so bad. We had a empty fucking pyramid of fucking game fuel boxes. We were just
Oh
chugging
my
them.
God!
It was so bad. Joe was there right there with me, dude. It was so at the end of the week that it dropped, because I mean, dude, we went ham with this shit. It was ridiculous. My roommate rented a second TV so we could have 2 TVs in the living room just for that first week, bro. It was fucking
That's hardcore right there. That's
yeah, it was
That is holy
ridiculous,
shit.
man. I mean, it was a bunch of 21-year-olds with stupid money at the time, and we were just like, yeah. And then at the end of the week, there was a giant LAN party that another friend had, and even that, I showed up with 3 2-liter bottles of game fuel, and I left with a half of one.
Jesus Christ!
Bro, so
his
bad.
kidneys hurt.
My kidneys hurt.
That's why Jen was very adamant. She's like, no. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you are almost 40. You are not 21 anymore. You could not do that. I'm like, I'm not saying I'm going to do that. I just want to try it again. Like,
I've
just
never
need one.
had it, so.
It's really tasty.
All right,
Yeah.
wait. So if
Although
I
really-
find it, I'm gonna buy.
Although
it.
if you really wanted to make it yourself, all you gotta do is mix Code Red and Livewire.
And normal Mountain Dew. You also
What's
need
it called?
normal-
It's
normal-
called Game Fuel.
Game Fuel, but it's specifically the cherry citrus one. There's a lot of different Game Fuel flavors out there now, or at least has been over the last several years. But other than that, enough talking about Game Fuel. I'm ready to talk about fucking cave diving. So yeah,
Oh,
and then I watched
God.
this fucking movie
That's
yesterday.
the less fun diving.
Yes. I mean, we're going in holes, that unexplored holes, which is always a good thing. But you know,
That depends on
Oh.
the person.
fuck it, bro. All right, so we're talking The Descent, which came out July 8th, 2005. Which one of you boys want to take the plot?
I'll do it. I haven't done a plot.
Go
round
right
in a
ahead,
while.
homie.
By the way, this was a Heather pick.
This was a Heather pick. Thank
Yes,
you,
it
Heather.
was. On an
Where the
annual
fuck is she?
extreme, she hasn't been in here in a long time.
It's all good. Go ahead, Bob.
On an annual extreme outdoor adventure, 6 women meet in a remote part of the Appalachians to explore a cave hidden deep in the woods. Well, we all know what's hidden in the wood. Far below the surface of the earth, disaster strikes when a rock fall blocks their exit and there's no way out. The women push on, praying for another exit, but there is something else lurking under the earth. The friends are now prey, forced to unleash their most primal instincts in an all-out war against unspeakable horror. Directed by Neil Marshall, Dog Soldiers, Hellboy. Written by Neil Marshall, Doomsday the Liar. Produced by Christian Coulson.
Isn't that the layer?
It's the layer.
Lair, sorry. God damn it.
You're good.
Um,
The Liar is a completely different movie, I feel.
Liar, liar.
Lyle,
Yeah.
such a great movie. Who produced by Christian Coulson, Eden Lake, Slumdog Millionaire. Chad, want to do the starring?
Sure. Starring Shauna McDonald of Mutant Chronicles and Howl as Sarah. Natalie Mendoza, Moulin Rouge. Damn it. Yeah, I specifically put Moulin Rouge on there because I wanted Bobby to read this because I wanted him to mess up.
Moulin
Moulin
Rogue. Moulin Rogue.
Moulin Rouge,
Not
Beastmaster of the series as Juno, Alex Reed, Arachnid, The Facility as Beth, Saskia Mulder, The Beach, The Book Group as
Wow, that
Rebecca.
is the facility. I would have totally read the faculty, dude, just because it just seemed
I
like
only knew
I
because
would
I
have
was
said the
already
same
looking it up.
exact thing.
Mayanna Buring, Doomsday, The Witcher as Sam, Nora Jane Noon, also Doomsday, and I put this on here to get Bobby too. I hate the man in my basement as Holly. Damn it. Oliver Milburn, Wuthering Heights, and the Royals as Paul, and Molly Kale as Jessica. And we got a body count of 7-ish.
seven-ish
So I have to say, I beat Chad in his own game.
by luck.
I love you.
The reason I say 7-ish is because Juno is left for dead.
Yes.
We don't actually see her
We don't
die.
actually see her, and
We hear screams.
Yeah,
I think she's in the sequel, but I don't fully remember.
I don't think so. Actually,
Doesn't the sequel take place like 5 years after the fact, though?
yeah.
No, it takes place right after it, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, no, he's right.
I
It
thought the
does
description
take
said 5 years. I remember.
Okay, I might be. I don't remember.
Okay, so you know what? By the way, there's so many people that you mentioned were in the movie Doomsday. It was a fun movie. I haven't watched it in a long time.
I still haven't seen that.
Never watched it.
I don't know if it'd be. I don't know if it would. I mean, it might fit in the and more category for us, but it's been so long. I don't remember. Like, I feel like it was pretty violent and gory.
Dude, I'm just to
What?
let you know, I'm still seriously considering would Big Trouble in Little China fit in with our show?
Oh, it would.
Bro, if we're gonna do Big Trouble in Little China, I'm finally throwing out Ninja Assassin after all these fucking years.
Fair enough.
Because it's got horror elements in it, but it's a little bit of everything.
Big Trouble's like that
Listen-
is everything.
Listeners, let us know if you want Big Trouble in Little China, because it's one of my favorite movies of all time. I'll watch it 1,000.
I
more
almost would.
before
It is. There is some horror elements in it for sure. But yes, Doomsday is Mad Max 2 meets Escape from New York. Doomsday is fucking bananas, bro. And there's like 3 different parts of the movies that are almost like they feel like 3 different movies completely, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Been a long time. I should watch it. All right, so we got music by David Julian, The Prestige and Cabin in the Woods, cinematography by Sam McCurdy, Dog Soldiers and The Hills of Eyes 2. Edited by John Harris.
No. It's the sequel to the remake, not the old one.
Yeah, that one still was poop too.
Really, I liked it.
I thought
With
it
the
was
army with the army grunts?
Yeah,
Eh,
it wasn't as good as the first one, but I still liked it.
no.
I had my issues with it. Maybe if I rewatched it, I wouldn't hate it as much. I just felt like even though for being soldiers, they were slightly more trained and they should. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like the
probably.
situation should have been better. Anyways. All right. Edited by John Harris, Kick Ass, and Kingsman, The Secret Service. Both great movies. Effects and makeup by Paul Hyatt, Doomsday, and The Woman in Black. Distributed by Lionsgate. Runtime of 100 minutos. MPAA rating of R. Also available as unrated. Budget of $3.5 million and grossed 57.1
Yeah,
million.
This
Big
did really
bucks.
well when it came out.
Yes, it did.
Damn, Lionsgate must have been fucking rolling at that moment. They're like, fuck yeah. And that's why they pumped out a sequel right away.
Well, yeah, the sequel was direct to video.
Was it?
Yep.
That would be, yeah, okay. I'll take your word for it.
So it does take place right after. It's like 2 days later.
Word, okay.
That's
So-
what I thought. I didn't think it was 5 years later.
Like I said, I've never seen it, and it popped up after I watched the first one last night, and I was like, a little too late.
Because
So-
isn't it like the cops investigating her story and they make her go back in the caverns or something?
Yeah, they send her in with of guys who are literally experts at this, and clearly the same thing ensues. just the opposite way around, basically.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I mean, I would say right off the bat, I will say this is one of my favorite claustrophobic movies because as a big guy, I look at this movie and I go, "There's no, I would be dead. I would be dead already." And that to me is the scare factor for me.
Yeah, this didn't make me the monsters and everything that scare me. Just the cave like that. I watch it like there's no fucking way my fat ass to do this. Why would people do this?
Not only that, but before we even get to the monsters, which are pretty decently deep into the movie, like
Yeah.
the claustrophobia alone and just the setting of the cave is scary a fuck enough.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even the cave. Honestly, it's right as soon as they start to go to that tiny passage.
Yes.
And that first girl right over here next to Bob, when she's going through all like gung ho, I'm just watching it and I'm like, this chick is barely making it through as it is. You know what I mean? And then like, God forbid one of these girls had a fat ass. They would have never fucking made.
You're screwed.
You know what I mean? Like, holy shit, dude! How you make it? There's no way. They're all fucking moving and shimmying on fucking their elbows and shit.
And
and
the
the
other
one
thing
girl
also,
flat out gets fucking stuck.
Yeah,
And
and she only had just an extra little back. I got a lot of baggage, dude. There's no way.
yeah, there's no fucking way.
First of all, that first even entrance of a hole when they squeezed it, I'm like, nope.
Screw that.
You know what? We're just going back through the big hole. We should have just left the lines. I'll climb.
I'd be like, I'm gonna meet you girls back in the cabin. I'm out of here.
I'm gonna go get drunk while you're all there.
Fucking right, Brody. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. But the other thing is, the fact that that's what I think makes this movie work, though. The tension is literally from the start they get into the cave before they get to the monsters. But once the monsters get there, it's like, well, you're really claustrophobic now because you don't know where they are. You can't get out. And these things hunt by sound. And so it's like everything echoes, like everything just jumbled up. And I loved it.
I did question some things. So like these things, because they're like cave dwellers and stuff, I felt like when she had the torch, they'd be able to sense her better. Like they should be able to feel that heat. You know what I mean? Like they'd be so used to being cold all the time.
Possibly.
Maybe I'm.
But they do reach the surface, obviously, because they.
No, I know, but like you remember. Okay, so like case in point, like there's the one where like it's literally like it's when it walks on her and like face presses her, like it's right next to him. You think like he would almost like react like scared to it. You would think or something.
Yeah, and how did it not know it was touching a person's face? Like it was clearly not rock,
right? But like maybe because it didn't move, so it wasn't. You know, you just thought it might have been just like
just thought it was already dead or something.
Leftover meat. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there had to be. Yeah, because I said the same thing. I'm like, there's not many things in this cave. You know when something new is here.
So this movie, like we kind of jumped a little bit, but right in the beginning, man, this movie sets up a lot very fast.
Yes, it does.
So we get our main girl with a couple of her friends. So we know she's the extreme go-getter. She's whitewater rafting. We see them going down this thing, blah, 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 blah. She's also, we find out in this first 5 minutes, a very loving mother because she has a husband and a cute little daughter that are excited to see her, blah, 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 blah. Within this other 5 minutes, we get a shady look between the husband and a friend who's helping her get undressed out of the wet stuff.
Which you find out more about later.
Yep. So we get a very easily set up like, there's some shit going on there.
Yes, there was.
And then 2 minutes after that, they're fucking dead.
Yep.
Pipe through the head.
Like it did not waste any time. Like
he's dead.
He's trying to talk to her. He's just real distracted, and then boom, dead. He says like one line.
Yeah, she says.
Does he even say that? Because she's like, you seem distracted, and he's like,
no. She says that, and he says, yeah, I'm fine. And 2 seconds later, boom, through the windshield, through his seat to the back seat.
Well, you got two pipes, so either it was a 2 for 1 with one, or they both just got it because there was the two pipes.
I think it was the second pipe because the one that went through, it just went through like the headrest. It went like straight back.
Yeah,
right. But then you see his hands fucking twitching, dude, with the zoom out, which is fucking. Obviously, they're not going to show the daughter, but you do see a blood puddle underneath the van, or maybe it was supposed to be oil. I'm not sure. I just assumed it was blood. Oil. And and now we fast forward to then we get in the hospital scene, which the hospital scene was that's always tough because you're always like, she wakes up and she's not entirely sure what happened.
And she immediately starts looking for her daughter.
Yep. And then gets the bad news, to which this led to a conversation with the wife and I. And obviously this is well before, she knew her husband cheated, but she's like, wow, no tears for your husband. And I'm like, listen, I feel like given the situation, I'm like, we're in this situation of that many people. I'm like, if I and Julie just lost, like you just lost us both, I'm pretty sure you would cry harder for Julie more than me. And she's like, we're having this conversation now. I'm like, that's fine. I was like, but let's be honest, like that's your child. Like
as
that's
the spouse, we have to accept the fact that we are the most expendable person.
correct. And I mean, that's your child, dude. You know what I mean? Like that's your fucking blood. So it's like, it's not, like I could imagine like that's why the way she broke down, I was just like, oh, dude, you felt that.
Because I've constantly wondered, I'm like, man, what the hell would happen if I lost one of my kids? Like I would.
You'd feel empty as fuck, bro. You'd be broken. There's no way you wouldn't be broken.
You'd be broken all the same.
That's why they say there's there's a widow, there's a widower, but there's no word for a person that's lost a child because words can't describe that type of loss.
No,
that's
they'll never want to feel.
That's ridiculous. But then obviously we get a little bit more setup with her friend freaking out where she does not want to come to her grieving because she can't handle it because clearly she's fucked her over.
which when I was watching the scene, I said to Rebecca, I'm like, look, as a friend of someone who's probably known to somebody who's lost a husband or a wife or a child, let's just go with. As a friend, it's not I don't mean it like this, not my job to cry hard for you. I want you to let it out. When I see her face and she's losing it, I'm like, you're losing it because you lost I guess a quote unquote good thing, and you feel like, oh my God, I'm never going to get it. You never had it. So it always bothered me when I saw her cry. I'm like, why are you crying? Because
I feel like it was a mix of emotions. It was guilt. It was sorrow for loss. Obviously, it was sorrow for her loss. It was, I think it was guilt is the biggest thing, though. You know what I mean? Like that's the biggest hitter for sure. When does she say? When does she say? Is it later at the cabin that we all lost something in that crash?
Yes, she says that.
Yeah, and which is like, bitch, you didn't lose shit. Fuck off.
It's exactly. That's why when I saw her crying, I'm like, I don't know why you're crying. What did you lose?
She's a cunt.
You lost something that now somebody else was going to lose, and you think it's a problem.
I mean, obviously, yes, we get as this character progresses through this movie, this character we realize how much of a shitty character she is. And not like, I mean, yeah, she does take a life by accident, but then she does this terrible, shitty thing of like leaving that person to fucking bleed out and die. Like,
and her reaction, she's not even like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Nothing.
She just walks away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know how to take that. I felt like it was almost just like pure shock because like she was such in the aggressive state. Like it was just like, you know what I mean? Because obviously she swung thinking it was another attacker. And
I'm at the butt.
No, I mean the way and the fact that lady was still alive. So we got that whole and the fact that she tells her about her husband is like her last dying breath. Like, damn, dude, that is some catty shit right there, but I love it.
With the pendant that he bought for her in her hands and hands it to her.
Which, not for nothing, but like, that bro needs to like, if he's going to do that, and I'm not condoning it by any means, but if he's going to do that, he needs to spread his circle a little fucking wider than just his wife's friends group, let alone giving them the same gifts like that shit.
Yeah, don't use your favorite saying on it for both.
It's my favorite catch. It's my catchphrase, man. You know what I mean?
My God,
every woman gets one. He's just got a bunch of them fucking day, dude. Like, jeez, he's the Quagmire of the fucking movie.
Giggity.
But no, so like, I feel like
his last word is the pole hit him in the head. Giggity.
Fucking A, dude. That little twitch in his hand. But no, like I like that they kind of gave you that little. You get so much in that first 5-minute fucking intro, dude.
Oh yes,
and it doesn't make you. You already don't feel bad for the husband. You're like, fuck you. You were doing something weird. You feel bad, obviously, for the kid and the mom. But yeah, dude. Then we get to where we are in this movie. Is it certain how much time had passed since the hospital? Is it a year? 4 years?
It was a year.
Okay. So yeah, we get to the cabin and then our ladies are going spelunking. So once again, we go back to the cunty friend, man. She lies to her whole friend groups and puts them all in danger by not telling them where
Yeah,
they're fucking going, keeping them completely in the dark on any information or knowledge. Like, fuck, dude, she is a shitty fucking friend.
She's a horrible person.
And she said she didn't want, I didn't want to tell you guys because I wanted us to find it and we can name it. And I'm like, no offense, I'd rather name a cat that I just
Yeah, so
bought than to
she
name a
lied.
fucking
She
cake.
lied about scouting out the cave ahead of time. Deliberately left the guidebook behind in the car.
So there's two.
Where's the third strike?
Lied about the location, so even
Yeah.
their rescue team was completely wrong for
Yeah.
the wrong location. So that was a waste of time and energy. Yeah, dude, it's just, and the fact of like, okay, there was a comedian that's always said, he's like, listen, he's like, based on your choices is like usually where weird shit happens, and you gotta like, you gotta think about your choices. He's like, and this dude said, he's like, I'll never end up starving in the desert. Why? Because I'll never sign up anything to even possibly remotely get me to the desert.
Yeah.
And that would be this scenario. It's like, okay, no, man, like now granted, these ladies are thrill seekers and shit like that. That's the whole like picture we got painted. But bro, my ass would have done that like first initial cave drop in where it was all like cavernous and like open, and I'm like, cool. All right, I'm good.
Back out of here.
Yep, I'm good.
Right,
like,
yeah.
climb me
Like,
back up.
Like,
I'm-
who in their right mind looks at this big fucking hole in the ground and says, I want to see what's in there. I'm going to go crawl around in there.
Well, some people are notorious for looking at what's in the hole.
That's fine, but not one like that.
I mean, and
You don't look for
someone who loves to
cavernous
do that-
holes, bro. Nobody
Right.
goes for those.
That's true. And as someone
That's like
who
throwing
would
a hot
love-
dog down a hallway.
as someone who would love to do adventurous things, there are just certain things I'm just like, something.
Keep
That's
that
a
shit,
hard
keep
no.
that shit above ground. Don't go climbing around in caves, people.
Unless it's one you could walk down and you don't have to fucking use rope to. A different
Yeah,
story.
and
but
that's
don't
another
go that
thing.
far.
Her big complaint about not going to the other cave was it was too touristy. It was a tourist trap.
Yeah, and this is a totally different one.
This is one that, I mean, obviously it has been explored before, which we'll find out later, but nobody came back out.
Yeah. And you know what? I like that we
wild.
started getting those. So right in the get-go, when they go down into the first entrance there, we get the weird carved in bloody fingerprints
Mhm.
that are on the wall. Huh. She notices them, questions them, but doesn't say anything out loud to the group. I know I would have been like, yo, what the fuck is this shit, dude? Right?
And then the other person, and then the next person would have been like this. Something? I think I'm good.
And then the lady who was setting up the crosswalk when she noticed the other spelunking hook.
Yeah.
Why didn't she say anything about that? Be like, yo, I noticed, like, I don't know if you guys saw, but there was another hook already up there that I hooked to, which means somebody's already been here before.
Wait,
like,
no,
why didn't they fucking communicate? Granted,
Wait,
it's a horror movie. I understand.
No. I think the one girl who found it did say something, but I think it was ignored.
She did, because it
Did
wasn't the cunt that found it. It was the
No, it was
it was the other girl.
Yeah,
It was the girl Sam, who had like the Irish accent.
Yeah.
She said something. Yeah.
But no, man. So it was like right about there, and then that's where everything starts to go ham because she gets her fucking hand sliced open. So now we got some more injuries going on. Obviously, this is after our cave-in, which,
And then,
dude, that was an intense scene, man. I'm not
Yes.
gonna lie, that was like a sweaty, nail bitey, like that whole
get out of there.
just that whole thing of like that her crawling back in to like try to talk her out and like calming down. Because that'd be my biggest thing. It's like, bro, once you get a little stuck, how do you keep yourself from freaking out? Because
Seriously.
no, dude. Like I said, like we all said, the three of us would never ever even be able to fit in that tiny little vein that they went
No.
through because those girls were already fucking pinching through there. So
My pinky wouldn't fit.
No.
Okay.
but no, and then all right. They're trapped in the cave. We get there and we finally get our monsters. How do you boys feel about the monsters in this, dude?
I really like the design,
I agree with that one.
and I like the idea
fact-
behind. Go ahead. I'll go about the conception of them and the behind the scenes stuff. So go ahead.
Well, I love the fact that their sensory was like off. They couldn't see good, and you could see like how their eyes were. So they were I loved how they looked humanoid, and they weren't something that needed to be so over the top. They were simple but effective.
Would you
Like
consider them more mole people, or because like they do the bat sonar thing, but clearly like they got like the mole eyes and shit.
I would say they're a combination, honestly.
Monsters
Oh
are
my
like a shaved pussy
God.
flap. But a bad shaved one where there's a couple hairs still sprouting out.
Yeah,
Yeah, cause
but
what? Yeah, because one of them had hair. I'm guessing that was a female.
yeah,
Oh yeah, no, she had
that was
titties
Okay, I thought
because
so.
that was a wicked looking one.
because they killed the young. It was the youngling that got killed right there first, and then she came over. So
I loved when they're introduced. It's literally like they're all in that one spot, quiet, and then you just see, boom, comes in and nails the one girl. I'm like, oh, wasn't expecting it at
Well, your
all.
first glimpse of it is even before that, when you just catch it off in the distance, where she's shining the light, it's there, then she moves the light back, and it's gone.
Oh yeah, true. But oh yeah, true. Forgot
yeah,
about
that's
that.
when she even said she's like, no, I saw something, and they're like, yeah, no, and they're like, fuck you, I saw a dude.
Yeah,
Like,
she thought she
Yeah,
was a person.
like I know we're scared and we're stuck in this cave, but I definitely fucking saw something. You ain't gonna tell me I didn't. But this movie, oh man, I don't know. This movie hits everything because, like, even when we get to the monsters, you still get a little bit more of that claustrophobic, but now it's full survival mode because you're stuck in an environment that you don't fucking know. I want to say
Mhm.
no weapons, but they kind of got some weapons, like
Yeah, they had their
pickaxes.
axes. Yeah,
Yeah, and then obviously they got we use some bones for weapons too. So
and I gotta say, the whole time watching this, I was thinking this would make a great video game.
Yes, yes, it would. The only thing is, though, it would be hard. Like,
No,
which,
play just before dawn. You get almost the exact same thing,
oh, that's true.
or until dawn, or whatever it's called. But yeah, it's
Until dawn. Yeah, yeah, until dawn.
because that's the one you're running from
the Wendigos.
Wendigos. I almost
You
said
know,
Emperors, but that's a different supernatural
I
episode.
I know we were talking about that a couple of weeks ago because I was playing the Quarry. Man, I can't get into those games, dude.
Really, I love them.
I'm with Chad. I love him too.
I need gameplay. I need gameplay. It's otherwise everybody's like, oh, you just gotta watch like a movie. I'm like, no, that it's too long of a movie for me. Like I can't.
Then you
do
probably
it.
wouldn't like Last of Us.
No,
Wait, did you play
Last of Us? I played Last of Us, but that was more of but that's more like Resident Evil third person shooter. Like that had like the only gameplay in the Quarry is hey, walk around and maybe find some shit. But you're not really doing anything. And maybe you do later on, but it's like I just don't have the fucking I don't have the to go any farther.
How far did you get into it?
I got to where the werewolf was running around chasing them, and I'm just like, I don't care.
I'm like
I literally don't care about any of the characters. I'm like, I just don't give a shit, dude. Like, I don't know.
I disagree. I really got into it. I really dug it.
No, a lot of people do, but like I said, man, I need like a Dead Space. I need to do something like to just watch a 8-hour movie is just like nah.
The Until Dawn, like at the end, like you were trapped in a room with the Wendigo, right?
Right.
And you have to be like completely silent, or they hear you, they see you, and to be completely silent, you have to hold your controller perfectly still.
Oh, to hold your breath. Yeah.
Like
nice.
I tried setting it down, and that still didn't work.
Ooh.
I feel like Outlast does that too.
Well, they did that in Alien too. Isolation.
Oh, Isolation. Yep. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I couldn't.
I don't know.
That one. I couldn't get into Alien Isolation.
See that one I got into more
I
because I felt like I was doing more. It still felt a little hide and seek.
It was too hard, getting past the stupid fucking
dude. The droids.
Yeah.
Oh, the
droids were ridiculous.
Yes,
but anyways,
they were.
But no, I mean this would be
creature design for this. It's
going back to this. This would be a cool game. I don't know. I'm not saying you couldn't, but like, how would you? Do you think you could really get the feeling of like the claustrophobia?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Because like that's one thing I love that games do is like when they do big cavernous spaces, so you just get that like oh, you feel so small because this is so big. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm just trying to think of any other games that felt like super tight like that.
I can't think of any off the top of my
I'm
head.
sure there is, but
There definitely is, but I can't think of them.
I feel like it's more just like running around in vents and shit. So yeah, we get obviously now we're getting to the nitty gritty. All the ladies are pretty much dying off left and fucking right. We get a couple kills of the monsters here, but this is where we pretty much start losing fucking everybody, man.
Yep.
Yeah, literally.
And I gotta say, man, we get to our end when we get to this like nasty blood pool. I fucking love that scene, man. That whole scene just looks so good, so nasty, so
Yeah, you see,
gross.
you're like, man, that thing has got to completely reek.
And she had her mouth open in it.
Oh, so
She comes up when she comes up. I'm like, her mouth is open still.
yeah.
It's like when you when you find those leftovers in the fridge, you're like, I wonder if this is still good. No.
Yep.
It's like that times 100.
I love it though that when you see it though, you just see all this big pile of bones all behind it. I'm like, oh my god, that's disgusting.
All I can think about it is like if your kid drank your drink and left something chunky in there, so when you go back and drink it, you're
Oh
like,
yeah, a little backwash.
Yep. That was that feeling of when she came back up. I was like, ah.
But the only question I just had was, where did exactly all that blood come from? Now I know there's like bones and victims, but like you would think that most of that blood would be the monsters would get. You would think, right?
Well,
I mean, because that's a pool of blood.
I mean, we can do a little history lesson here, and back when they back a long time ago, dude, when they did the that fort I just went to where they dumped all the bodies, they literally found a local pond and dumped all the bodies, and then the pond remained bloody for years on end, so they called it Blood Pond because the English is great at naming shit. Yeah. But I mean, it's possible, dude, depending on the amount of bodies you just have souping in that thing, you know.
By the way, you notice that this takes place in the middle of Appalachia country.
Yes.
Which is a bad idea. Do not.
You don't go to Appalachia in the nighttime for sure.
Oh,
no.
Don't go in caves. Don't go in the woods at night, dude.
Honestly,
I live in the fucking foothills of Appalachia. I hear some shit out here.
We need more Appalachian horror movies, dude, because the shit that goes like, what is it? The one where it's like, if you hear your name, you don't. Like, I want something to go along that shit. You know what I mean, dude? Like,
oh yeah. Well, yeah, like because the Appalachian Trail. I mean, has clearly these ladies didn't think about that. It's one of the most dangerous in the world,
dude. People disappear all the time.
Well, supposedly, have you guys ever seen like that? That's the Appalachian Mountains is supposedly one of the oldest
mountain ranges.
Of everything, like even pre-Pangea, like it was still above. So it's just like that's insane to think about, dude. Like, yeah.
And I
for all them Sam Squatches is.
And I've listened to a bunch of stories of just disappearing people there. The amount of horror movies that could literally be made out of each story.
Fucking right, dude.
You could never run out of ideas.
You could have a third Annabelle where you just have everything.
And I'll tell you what, around here, you guarantee there's at least two people that I know. Like you will at one point meet a person here that has seen a Black Panther in these woods.
I've heard so many stories of people saying they see black. I don't think that's that far out of the realm of possibility.
My mom and dad swear up and down they saw one. My old roommate saw one.
Because
I can walk out back right now and hear coyotes baying in the distance, and it sounds like they're almost in the backyard.
What is the reasons, and maybe you've heard many more because you live in the area, but like what are the potential reasons of why they're there that you've heard?
Well, I know they reintroduced mountain lions into the area. The State Game Commission, they used to deny it all the time until people started shooting them and
proving it wrong. Like, yo, bro, look.
They had tracking collars on. They also reintroduced coyotes in the wild to, I can't remember what population they were trying to control. So we have wild coyotes again. We have wolves, bobcats.
Dude, we got coyotes. Coyotes are like My wife hates them, dude. But like when they get
I
going
love
out
listening. I
back,
love listening.
I know, dude. Isn't it cool
Dude,
as fuck, bro?
It's so cool because you'll hear them howling and yipping over here, and then these ones will answer them, and then you
Yeah.
hear ones down here answering those ones. It's so cool just hearing them go back and forth.
But dude,
See,
you
that's
ever
cool.
hear them like? You ever hear them when they find something?
Mhm.
Like you'll hear them, you're like, oh man, they got something out there.
Because they
You're
will
like,
just go yipping like
"Bro,
crazy, and then it's just
fucking
dead
A."
quiet.
Yep. No, dude, it's cool. I love the sounds of it, dude.
And every time I hear coyotes, I come back inside and tell Steph to go outside because there's coyotes out there. You got to hear it. And every time she goes out there, they're done.
I thought you were gonna see me like, I'm not going outside. There's fucking coyotes out there.
You only live once.
But yeah. So is there anything else you guys want to discuss on this movie before we bring Brody in? Because like we kind of got. I mean, we obviously all really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like maybe we might have missed some beats at the end, but like I said, this is where we're starting to like thin the numbers out. So
Basically, yeah.
we just got to push, continue through this cave. We're gonna lose people as we go, and we're gonna get down to the two nitty gritties of like our main chick, and then obviously our douche.
Cunt, yeah. I will say on her real quick before we get to Brody. I love the fact though that at that point the main chick knows, and literally it's the biggest and one of my favorite fuck yous in a horror movie. It's like, you did this, you didn't come around. Here's this fucking thing to the leg. Now you're fucked. Have a nice day.
And the nice thing is she even tried to allow her to, to come clean. To come clean to answer for herself.
And she's like, did you see Beth? Were you there? What did she die? And she's like, yes. And she's like, you lying cunt.
Yep. Yeah. Pretty fucking much. And it was
Brody. I don't know about Brody. I don't know about coyotes attracted to it, but we know bears are, according to Friday the 13th
Bears.
Part
2. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say Anchorman. I heard bears are attracted to their menstruation. Yeah. So let's see, and then spike to the leg. I'd be very surprised. Like I said, I haven't seen the second one, so maybe she survives. But dude, she was gonna have to fight a lot of them at that end there.
Maybe she just sees a vision of her or something. But I don't really. It's been a long time.
There was at least 6 to 8 of those creatures. Like fucking.
Like I said, I really didn't like it that much, so I didn't.
Okay.
It's not very memorable.
But then we get the long crawl out of the cave, which I thought was actually cool. Like the way they shot that was cool as hell.
With all those bones.
Yeah, but like more so that side shot when you see her going, and it's just the light on the top of the bones, so it's all dark on both sides, and then you just see that one nice like white line of her climbing up, dude. And it's just like, I don't know, you just feel that struggle in that moment. But then like when she gets up to the top, I feel like she had to fight way more shrubbery that was up there when you were like looking up.
It was like Jesus Christ.
And then we got our random little jump scare at the end, which I don't know if you really needed, but
see that's not where it ended for me though.
Oh, so you watched the unrated?
I watched the unrated cut because I have.
That's what I watched too.
Okay, so now we could talk about that. So I watched this on Max. I obviously have it. I could have watched the unrated cut, but the unrated cut, it goes a little farther. Chad, Eddie, did you want to?
It does. So the American ending has her escaping, and she gets in the fucking Bronco, whatever, drives away, blah blah blah. Happy ending, jump scare at the end. But the real ending is that's all a hallucination, and she is still stuck in the cave. She has a vision of her daughter with the birthday cake, and I didn't realize this, but apparently the birthday cake has one extra candle on it than the actual birthday cake from before,
which is torch, isn't it?
It's supposed to signify all of them. And then you find out that the hallucination is a torch, and you just hear them all just swarming towards her, and that's where it ends. So she's still in the cave at the end.
Oh yeah.
Which second sequel picks up from the American ending with her getting away.
Which, like, honestly, I like the original ending. Like, I'm okay with a bleak horror movie. We do not have to always have a happy-go-lucky ending.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, unfortunately, this lady got put through the fucking ringer for a lot of shit, for sure.
I like the bleak ending because it leaves it open to interpretation. That a lot of people have said this, and the director is like, I'm leaving it open to interpretation. You see it however you want. That she actually went crazy, hallucinated the monsters, and killed all of her friends.
Oh, so like a shrooms kind of.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah, that's actually good.
I have heard that, and
that one I haven't, honestly.
because it's kind of
I guess.
it's kind of hinted at the beginning when they're going into the cave, and she says, some people have hallucinations and go crazy and blah 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 inside these caves. So there's something mentioning that before.
I don't know if I would have liked if it was actually her doing it though or not. Like I liked it when they did it with shrooms, but
I like the fact of it be more of she's still in the cave and these things are real. I think it only because then it's like if you just killed everybody, then I'm like, no offense, at that point in time in horror, that's been done before, Not to say the other way it hasn't either, but again, high tension. Brody just said it there, so it's like it's kind of been done.
Which, by the way, I saw that twist coming a mile away in High Tension.
I didn't, honestly.
I did. I don't know why. I just had a
I
feeling.
You know what? Maybe I did at a certain. I think there might have been something that alluded to it way better.
That's a discussion for when we do
Next year.
review it next year. Yes,
Yes.
Brody, we're doing High Tension next year, buddy.
Yes, we are. I got it on my list.
Oh, Brody,
Which I'm happy to see again. I really like that one.
Brody, you'll
It's
also
been
be
a
happy. I put the Hitcher on there for you, so that'll be nice. All right,
Well-
let's pull in Brody himself.
Let's see what he's going to say.
Yeah.
Howdy folks, it's your DKB, you're back for another episode of Gore, and this week I'm here to talk to you about The Descent. I love the fuck out of this film. When it first came out back in the heyday, I knew absolutely fuck all about it. Went in with a blind eye.
That's how everybody was.
Yeah, by the time the end credits were rolling, it was really unnerving. It got under my skin, and it just left me with that sense of realism of thinking about, like, there could be shit like this out there. We just obviously don't know about it. I mean, the world's obviously a huge place, but it's only by dumb luck that we come across shit like this, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, it had that sense of, like I was saying, of realism behind it. And I think that the way that Neil Marshall was able to direct this film throughout the cinematography and really capture those moments throughout the blocking of the screenplay, really just, like I was saying, unnerving shit. The way he's able to really deliver the scares in this film is, I really fucking love how he was able to achieve that with this. It just felt very claustrophobic and, great fucking film. Let's move on and talk about it a little bit more in depth. So the poster art for this film is what sold me on it. I like how it's a little bit misleading, and I like the design of how human bodies are shaped in a way to create a human skull, and it doesn't really give you much. It doesn't really give you any clues about the film other than death, and I like that. Like the poster art sold me, but I went in also thinking it was going to be something else, and it definitely derailed me. Didn't give too much away, and I can appreciate that. Now, as I was saying about the cinematography of this film, absolutely spot on, fucking perfect. Like I was saying about the claustrophobic element of this film, I like how the production designers were able to get in there and craft like this. And practical effects designers, whatever, they were able to create these obviously fake tunnels that look extremely real on set. And I like how the camera was able to get in there and it felt like this sense of like a very polished type of Blair Witch style filmmaking. I guess you could call it guerrilla filmmaking, if that makes any sense. But yeah, it just, like I was saying, the realism that was captured throughout the lens through each shot, and as I mentioned earlier, the delivery of how they're able to light some of the scenes with flares, minimal lighting, to really showcase some of these monsters. Like, there's this one scene that fucking scared the absolute hell out of me. This Sheila lights a flare, and then you see that the other Sheila that's holding the camera, as the flare lights up, the monster stands behind her, and you can see it get lit up at the same time. It's just the way how it was delivered, extremely, very well fucking done. Yeah, so moving on to the characters and actors, I fucking loved it. I loved everything about it. I loved how it was an all-female cast. I like how none of them were big standout names to really take you away from like say a Margot Robbie in this film. I mean, you just know that she's going to survive throughout the film. Where this film here, you don't know who is really. I mean, you have the lead actress, she has a bit of trauma, so you kind of obviously sympathise with her and you go, oh, well, she's going to survive by the end of the film. But I mean, you get halfway through this film, and as the character development happens, you start to think, well, no one's really fucking safe, so you don't really know. It's sort of a who's who and what's going to happen, and leaves you on the edge of your seat, keeps you guessing, and I fucking really like that. Yeah, no one's safe in this film. That's awesome thing for Neil Marshall to bring to the table with this film. And yeah, I really like that. It's going to be a little bit of a short review this week because I kind of rambled on a fair bit there before and covered the basics of what I was talking about earlier. But in saying that, absolutely fucking fantastic fucking film. I really, really dig it. If you have not seen it, I highly suggest you go out and fucking watch it because I'm so glad that we're able to talk about this film this week because it's one of my fucking favourites of all time. So I'm going to give this a Gore score of a 4.6.
All right.
Yeah, so anywho, this is your DKB signing out, and I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about the film, and I'll catch you gentlemen next week. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers. Thank you,
Thanks,
Mr. Brody King.
Thank you, Brody.
Pop that bag. Ba, 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 ba. There
And
we go.
Mr. Brody Kane, we are doing our picks for the next year. If you have any you'd like to recommend, feel free to
Yes.
message me.
Yes. Okay, so 4.6 with Brody. Did we ever get a Steve number?
We
I don't
did
think
not.
so, no.
Okay. No big deal. All right. So yeah, setting the bar high, but you know what? It's a solid fucking dude. I think the only thing, and it's not even like it's a hard like shit on. The only thing I can shit on in this movie, and it's only because I'm picking straws, is the terrible CGI bats in the beginning. That's like the only fucking thing. Like everything else is awesome about this movie. Those are the only thing that just unfortunately didn't stand the test of time. But you know, whatever. How many can we choose?
Throw as many as you want, Brody.
Yeah, we'll go there, and then we'll shrink them down as we need be.
Absolutely.
That's what she said.
Boom, boom, boom. All right. So, anything else that need to be? You know what? Thank you, Brody, for bringing up something that we did not talk about at all, but it's one of the best parts of this entire movie is the fucking lighting.
Mm-hmm.
The lighting in this movie is some of the coolest shit with the best colors between flares, glow sticks, normal fucking headlamps, and all this other shit. It's awesome, dude.
That's because, and it's in my notes that to keep the authenticity, that's what the director used. He would only light the scenes using their lighting that they would have on them.
That's fucking, and that's great.
That's beautiful.
That's such a solid way to do it, and it worked absolutely well.
Definitely.
I only hope they stuck with that same method for the second one. Maybe just it was the story in itself. The writing was bad for the second one, but
they probably did. But the monsters look totally different. They don't look as
really.
Cool. Yeah.
Why would they change the design? That's
I don't know. They made them actually have better eyes and shit, and just didn't look as creepy.
That's dumb. All right. Well, if there's nothing else to discuss, Chad Daddy, what do you got behind them scenes?
Just give me 1 second here.
No, absolutely. No, this was a fantastic movie. I should have watched the unrated one. I don't know why I didn't.
The crawlers were designed to remember Nosferatu from the film Nosferatu, 1922. They also had huge white eyes to begin with, but this idea was done away with because they looked too silly. It took 3.5 hours in makeup to transform an actor into a crawler. They had to shave off their body hair as well.
Hot.
Oof. That is hot.
I mean, definitely you could obviously get the Nosferatu vibe, especially with the big old pointy ears and the weird. Oh man, when he fucking drools on her.
Oh my god, that made me
like,
go, wow.
That was worse than the blood pool, honestly, because that was just like ew.
Yeah, I mean, both scenes make you just go. Bleh.
Like everybody's seen that big dog with just that piece of drool hanging from their fucking lip, and you're like, don't fucking touch me with that. Like, bro, go shake over there or something.
Just turn your hooch.
Yeah, it is. Exactly. Fucking me. All right, so what else we got, Chad?
According to the audio commentary on the DVD, there was an exact replica made of Nora Jane Noon, and after the movie was finished, she got to keep the head of the doll. Once she put it in her mother's freezer as a joke.
Yo, I would do that.
Think it worked on her?
Who knows? Little head never hurt.
That'd be a great pickup line. She's like, hey, can I give you some head? Boom.
Yeah, sold.
Like, we're getting married tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Every dude would be like, wait, like for real, right? And she's like, yeah, you saw the fake head, right? And he's like, no, I thought you were just asking.
Be like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. What are you waiting for, bitch? Start sucking.
That's right. Say, ooh, thank you for the lovely tea party.
Continue on.
21 separate cave sets were built for the film. These were carefully reused with different camera angles, set dressing, and lighting to suggest a nearly endless collection of interconnected tunnels and caverns. For realism, the makers often limited the lighting of the sets to light sources that the protagonists brought with them, such as flashlights, helmet lights, and light sticks.
You know what, man?
Smart move.
That's a lot of sets, but at the same time, fantastic because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, man. You could have told me, like, I'm stupid enough to where you'd be like, no, man, this was actually filmed in a cave. And I'm like, wow, really? Like, I would fucking believe it.
I would believe it too. It was very authentic looking.
But then I would have went to the people and be like, what the fuck? How the fuck did you do that?
So even like the massive, like there was there anything filmed in real caves?
No, and that's the next step. The filmmakers considered it too dangerous to film in an actual cave. It also would have been far too time consuming, so they opted to build one instead.
You know what? That totally makes sense. Trying to get gear down there safely and people, and like even if it would work for like picking up sound and all that shit. Like,
well, not only that, if you just think about that scene where it caves in, like, how could you get that shot to begin with? You know,
well, there's no way they could have done that on anything but a set.
Well, no, yeah,
exactly. That's what I mean. Like, just think about that for a second,
dude. I don't even care if that was a set. Still filming that scene, crawling through that shit, I would still feel a little nervous. You know, I'm like, this is way too tight. This is very uncomfortable. Like, Bob, have you been in any bigger haunted houses like in your way down your area and stuff that make you do that?
Yeah, feel the screams.
I've been through a few that make you crawl through some weird stuff, but not obviously to that extent.
No, not like that. But Field of Screams makes you crawl through a fucking crawl space and over a body. At one point, I know for a fact I smacked my head a few times.
Nice.
and the girl who's like the scare one beforehand, she's like, "Oh, are you gonna fit in there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm used to fitting in small spaces."
Yeah.
Like the back of a Volkswagen.
And then she just goes, "Well, good luck." I said, "Thanks."
Hell yeah, dude.
The scene where Sarah finds Beth barely clinging to life originally featured some truly shit dialogue, and the actors let that be known. Neil Marshall agreed, and the three went to a nearby pub the night before filming and rewrote the dialogue on a napkin. The film's producer chewed Marshall out for it, but he also agreed the scene was vastly improved now. That pisses me off that he got in trouble for making the dialogue better.
What? How are you going to choose somebody out, but then at the same time be like recognized? You're like, yeah, but it is better.
Yeah, don't chew out the director. It's his vision.
That's kind of one of those things where it's like, I don't know. What's up, Emily?
Hey, Emily.
Howdy.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's awesome that those ladies did that, though. Like,
yeah, that's wonderful.
Because it was a way, but we're talking about like when she got her necklace, right? Like, okay, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, it's weird that they got some pee-pee slapping even for doing something better.
I know. That annoys me. Fuck producers.
And all it took though was some alcohol in the pub.
No, you're right though, man. The producers sometimes like it's
Brody. No, you cannot put Texas Chainsaw Massacre 22 on the list because it's already on the list. That's a Scuba Steve pick.
Scuba Steve already put that shit on there, so which means I'm gonna have to get Netflix again. All righty. What else we got, Chad Daddy?
Production on this film was fast-tracked so that the movie could be released before the similarly themed American film The Cave. Unfortunately, it opened in the same week as the 2005 London bombings, which considerably hurt the film's chances at the box office.
Oh, wow. And it still did really well.
It still did really well.
Very well.
Hey, speaking of TCM, because we did 3, and we did the reboot. We never did 4, though, right?
No, we never did.
And we never did the beginning either, right?
Right.
No.
Okay.
I'm
just trying to remember.
I don't know if I want to do the Next Generation.
I've never watched it.
Did we do the original? We did, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Long.
I'm trying
I put
that.
By the way,
I think I put that shit on there. Then.
By the way, this is a couple weeks late, but happy fucking 5th anniversary, Gore and more.
Woo, yeah, right?
Oh, yes. 5th anniversary.
It is, yeah, because
It's a
what would
long
be?
time.
Because
Wait,
it
I
just
thought
came
it
up.
was- Yeah, I guess it is October, wouldn't it? Because I was thinking November.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it
We
just
were
came up in my
doing
memories the other day about watching The Burning for the next episode, and that was episode 2.
episode 2
Uh,
and episode 200
uh,
something, I think. Whenever
yeah.
we redid it.
Real quick, Gene, I don't think the next gen is fun.
I've never
That's
watched
question-
it, so
It's
I don't
very
know.
that's not even questionable. I think that's a
I don't know.
was-
Maybe we might. You know what? Brody's got some picks. If you want to pick that, Brody, we'll watch it because I know how much you like that movie. I'm not putting it on my picks though.
I'm not putting it on mine.
Is it worse than Leatherface? Like Leatherface, I guess, wasn't a terrible movie, but it was a terrible Texas Chainsaw movie.
I would rather watch Leatherface.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, that's probably just a better done movie, though. So, all right, enough of this bullshit. Back
Yes,
to
continue on.
Descent. What else do we got, Chad?
The appearance of the creatures was kept secret from the cast members until the first scene in which they encounter them was filmed. When the
Ooh,
cast
good.
was finally filming the scene where the group encountered the crawlers, the actors were genuinely scared and screamed the building down, running off set and laughing.
That's awesome.
That's beautiful.
I love when horror movies do that shit. I know, like Kane Hodder, obviously, we've talked about it many times, but he always does that shit on his sets and everything. So,
And
No,
it's
that's-
always worked.
that's always the best way to do it, man. Like, don't ruin, like, if that's supposed to be the scariest thing on your set, don't ruin it for
Ruin
the
it.
actors. Like, let them actually be scared by it and work with
And
that.
don't ruin it for the audience in previews like you ruined fucking Uber Jason and Jason X.
Let the
Yeah.
bodies hit the floor.
No,
guess
bro,
you'll
you
just
have
see
not
that.
done bad.
Bad Moon's a
Bad
good movie.
Moon.
We haven't done it though. It's a good movie.
I don't know. I remember watching it and not caring for it. It's been a long time, so I might appreciate it more.
Never seen it, so all right. Anything else, Chad Daddy? I'm sure you got a lot of it on this.
At director Neil Marshall's insistence, all the people playing the villainous crawlers were professional actors rather than stuntmen or dancers. He wanted them to cultivate a distinct character for their crawler, although in the finished film, many crawlers only appear for a few seconds.
And yet, for those few seconds, you can tell that there's distinct features for all of them. For sure.
I don't know. It didn't really come across like that to me.
I'm
I
gonna
think
have
in
to
this-
agree.
I didn't really get
See-
distinction between them.
Well, see, I think, for me, I actually felt like I did when the scene where Sarah and Juno were in the same spot and you see them all. I don't know. It felt like, oh, okay.
I would only say the ones like I felt like most of the males felt the same.
Yeah.
The child you could tell was different because the way it acted a little bit and it didn't like straight up attack. It was just like screaming. And then obviously the female. And the female was more like defensive, like territorial at the spot versus like aggressive on the hunt. I guess that would be the only ones I guess I would give it to because like you said, dude, like the rest of them, like the dude ones, I wouldn't fucking.
What the hell is
fuck
that?
was that?
Sorry,
Holy shit.
I played something by mistake. Sorry, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Put your shit on mute, son.
I was sharing on Facebook and then it came up like, no.
Sounded like a fucking rabid raccoon in a garbage.
yeah, dude. I didn't know what. I thought Bob was trying to like soundbite the monster's roar or something in there. Dude. What was going on? Anyways, what else you got, Chad, brother?
The jokey production name given during the filming was Chicks with Picks.
Okay.
That just sounds more like a sci-fi version of it, and I want it to. Chicks
By the Asylum.
gross.
Stated in the cast commentary in the special edition DVD, Shauna McDonald, Natalie Mendoza, and Alex Reed did the entire whitewater rafting sequence on their own without any stunt doubles or special effects.
Nice.
See, that's cool. I like that.
Now, I would do something like that. My
That I
ass ain't going to the cave, but I would do whitewater rafting.
Whitewater rafting is
Agreed.
fucking awesome, dude.
That I would do.
I've done it once, and I want to do it again. It was a great time.
The film is dedicated to Meg, Neil Marshall's beloved dog that died halfway through production.
Oh,
Womp womp.
Poor puppers.
that's not cool.
Shauna McDonald was slightly claustrophobic, so she found it easy to act scared and panicky while underground.
You're like, you know what? I already don't like this. So That's how I would feel. I'd be like, who built this set? Kudos to you guys, and also fuck you.
Like I said, dude, I am not claustrophobic in any way. My ass
well
is not dumb enough to go crawling around in caves, though.
I mean, I can say that too, but at the same time, if I'm put in a spot, it's like fuck.
I guess it depends on like what do we talk about claustrophobic, because like I'm not going to squeeze myself through a tunnel that I can't see the end of. You know what I mean? Like I'd put myself in a tight spot to like work on something or whatever. Like that's
Dude,
not bad.
something like that doesn't really bother me, but like I don't think I could like crawl through the pipe like Bishop and Aliens.
No, I couldn't either.
Okay, first of all, my thickness would definitely not allow that by any means. But even if it could, yeah, I don't know. I always chalked it up to he was an android. That's the only reason he was able to do that shit.
You don't have to worry about getting cramps or anything.
Right? Just keep fucking moving. What else you got, sir?
The actors among the female rock climbing crew and the actors who played the cave dwellers were largely kept separate from each other through the shoot, including at lunch, heightening their ability to play animosity against the other cast.
Ooh.
That's actually very smart too. This guy knew what he was doing. Well, clearly.
Did he direct the second one or no?
No, he was
No,
an
he
executive
produced it.
producer.
Fair enough.
One of the crevices built for the film was so narrow and slippery that the female cast dubbed it the vagina.
I wonder if it's the one that we see what's her name climbing up, where it's like literally like a downward shot and you see her like climbing up and it's just like pouring water.
Maybe.
I wonder if that was the one.
That could be.
That always sucks, man. Slippery rocks, dude, is like the worst. But I got to give it all to these ladies, man. They had amazing finger strength.
Yeah. True. Oh, sorry, guys.
Their grip jobs would have been insane.
Okay, continuing on. Neil Marshall described the crawlers as cavemen who've stayed underground. The director explained they evolved in this environment over thousands of years. They adapted perfectly to thrive in the cave. They've lost their eyesight. They have acute hearing and smell and function perfectly in the pitch black. They're expert climbers, so they can go up any rock face, and that is their world. Filmmakers kept the crawler design hidden from the actresses until they were revealed in the scenes in which the characters encountered the creatures to allow for natural tension.
I'm surprised we didn't see more creature dong, though. I mean, they were just kind of walking around naked.
I just love how that's the thing. We didn't see more creature dog.
Well, I'm just saying, bro, like, you know, if they're hanging upside down and stuff. Or maybe because, like, they're so evolved, like...
They don't need it.
Well, no, they clearly do, because there was a female there, which also begs the question. There was only, like, one female versus all those dudes, so is it, like, one of those, like, X-Files situations where it's like, ugh.
Could be. Could be.
Was that episode Home?
Oh.
Yeah. Ugh.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I thought, though. I was like, I wonder if they all just kind of take turns. Like, But
anyway,
I don't know, man. That crawler just right, dude. Like, what he just fucking? He might have. They're all just jumping around. Anyways, go ahead, Chad Daddy. What else we got?
if they're like Bobby, they're pole vaulting.
Yes. That's no stalactite you're grabbing.
The tight tunnel crawl was used for several of the women's audition scene. They did it beneath a table lined tightly with chairs.
What? Cool.
Damn. Okay.
Every actress in the group is from a different country. Shauna MacDonald was raised in Scotland but born in Malaysia. Natalie Mendoza comes from Hong Kong and lived all over the world. Alex Reed was born in England. Saskia Mulder is from the Netherlands. Mayanna Buring is originally from Sweden before moving to Great Britain. And Nora Jane Noon is from Ireland.
Damn. Very diverse cast there.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Nice.
Okay, let's see. There was only one cabin for the morning scenes. Props were switched out, and the angle at which they shot Juno entering was changed to give the appearance of multiple cabins.
Wait. Oh, okay. I never.
I thought it was all one cabin initially because
I thought it was too.
I thought so too.
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay, a lot of this stuff just kind of repeats itself here. The park where the women are supposedly meeting, Chattooga National Park, does not exist. The name references the Chattooga River, which is a real river where the movie Deliverance was filmed, which is loosely referenced in this movie, Rough Nature versus City Dwellers. In Deliverance, this is the river that leads Lewis and friends into trouble.
It should have been like, they should have just been like, did I hear banjos? All right.
With the exception of Sarah's husband, as well as some non-speaking extras in the hospital scene, no men appear in the film. This is a reversal of director Neil Marshall's previous movie, Dog Soldiers, which had an almost exclusively male cast with only a few women.
Or kind of like John Carpenter's The Thing.
Also true.
Yeah, the only woman was the fucking computer. Cheating bitch.
Yep.
Neck is coming out with that
Bitch.
next.
Why not?
Come on.
Why not? They have an Ultimate Mac Rady coming out.
Fuck yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got to go hand in hand. Anything else, Chad Daddy?
Okay, the little girl is played by Neil Marshall's niece, Molly.
All right.
Let's see. I already talked about the cave. The cast members were taken to a rock climbing center in Derbyshire to help prepare them for filming.
Nice.
In an interview with Vulture in 2021, director Neil Marshall revealed that during production, an executive from the French distributor suggested a scene where the girls would strip naked and jump into a pool in the cave. In response, Marshall said, "If that's the movie you're making, I quit now."
Fair enough. That's not what it's about.
That would not.
It would not have fit. It would make no sense.
No,
No.
context.
not at all. That would be so just like, it'd be like a record skip or a record rip. It'd be like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. No. Happy that didn't happen.
The split-second shot of a crawler's silhouette before they are encountered for the first time was shot without any of the actresses realizing he was there.
Oh, no shit.
That's cool. That's cool.
Let's see. I talked about the ending. Prior to the release of the sequel, it was speculated among fans that the crawlers might have been a figment of Sarah's imagination and that she actually killed all of her friends as she gradually went insane. Director Neil Marshall acknowledged this theory as a possibility and revealed that he removed a shot of a silhouetted crawler during Sarah's hospital hallucination, since it would have been too obviously suggesting that the crawlers were not real.
I like that they were real though,
So do I.
because like, I don't know, it's always nice to get a creature feature movie, and it's just nice to get a new monster every once in a while. So this was a new monster. It was cool.
And finally, while The Descent is set in North America, North Carolina to be specific, the film was shot entirely in the UK. Exterior shots were filmed in Scotland, and interior scenes were filmed in the sets built at Pinewood Studios near London.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
And that's it, buddies.
All righty. Well, thank you for that, Chad Daddy.
Pleasure.
All righty, boys. What format did we watch this on?
Prime.
DVD.
I could have watched it on Blu-ray, but my lazy ass was like, you know what? I'm going to watch it on Max. So I did. All right. Do show the film. I feel like this
Juno.
And the cunt.
All right. With the side mention of her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, favorite kill.
Oh, the throat rip when she's on top of the ceiling. Easily.
Ooh, and then so she just left hanging. That was pretty good.
She's left hanging, but she still kills it beforehand. I'm like, that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's the way to go out, honestly.
I'm giving it to the husband's death in the beginning because it was just completely from out of nowhere.
The very first time you see that dude is very like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Like, I can only imagine watching this in theaters and like, yeah, it'd be insane. Because the problem is, like, even when I went in this first time watching it back in the day, somebody told me about it. Like, not exactly, but they alluded to it, and I was like, oh, okay. Still surprised.
You know what it makes me think of? Did either of you guys ever watch the movie Serenity?
Yeah. You talking about the Firefly movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this made me think of when Wash gets killed. You know, I'm like a leaf on the wind.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He right then, because it was just as shocking as that. And I remember distinctly watching that because the first time, you know, me and a bunch of people sat there watching it, and everybody was like, and I look over my friends, and everybody's all just like,
I forgot about that. I haven't watched Serenity in a minute, dude. And you know what? I never watched Firefly before watching that, and I went to the theaters to see that with some friends because they were all about it. And I was like, yeah, dude, I like sci-fi. Fuck it. Let's go.
I didn't watch it during its first run, but I did catch like a marathon of it before Serenity came out. It was on Sci-Fi Channel, I think.
Yeah, I went back and watched it after the fact, and I was like, I kind of like Serenity better, but that's okay.
Oh, but the TV show was great.
It was fun.
I didn't watch either.
Come on, A Man Called Jane. That whole bit, that whole song, it was fantastic.
It was the whole thing was solid. But let's see. Did we all get favorite kill? I didn't say favorite
Yes. No, you didn't.
kill. Trying to remember some of the other ones here. I mean, obviously we get some like eating.
Yeah, there's the one girl that got pulled away, and they were eating her guts.
Yeah, that was just kind of like, whatever, zombie kill. Honestly, I might have to agree with Bob because that one I like that she took him out at the same time. Like I think that was the standing ovation to me, and just left hanging there with the light on. Even like that just adds a little bit more fuckery to that scene. Okay, speaking of scenes, boys, best scene.
I am actually going to go with the scene where they find the cave paintings. I thought that was a really cool scene.
I'm
And it
gonna
shows
go
how
with,
old that cave system is.
Okay, I kind of like that because I was not expecting that pick. All right,
I'm gonna go with. I have a main one in a second. My main one is when the girls they're laying on top of each other and the creature is going over them, and he's sniffing, and the tension that builds up there, and she throws her watch, and he goes after the watch because it's that acute noise. My second one is when Beth has the camera on her. It lights up, and you see the creature behind her.
that was
Yeah,
nice.
that was. I just want to throw in. I'm really disappointed there weren't like a lot of scenes of the girls just like throwing rocks in the opposite direction to distract the crawlers to try and get
Yeah,
away from
right. Like you think that'd be like a really easy tactic,
them. Yeah,
but you're also fear induced too. So brain's not really working. Brain's not braining as it probably should.
Yeah, that'll definitely do it.
So let's see. For best scene, I think I'm actually gonna go the cave-in scene, dude. Because that shit was fucking that was just like camping because it was intense.
yeah.
Like holy shit. Like
Good.
yeah. That whole just climbing through that whole thing, but then something's gonna happen with the last one, because that always is how it goes down. And it's just, man, those ladies sell that fucking scene. That whole scene, like I feel like my wife was just biting her fucking nails at that moment because she was just like, I fucking hate this movie. She's like, I don't like heights and I don't like she's like, I don't like tight spaces. She's like, this is like the worst fucking movie. And I was like, you mean the best fucking movie for that? So what did you say, Chad Daddy? What do you got?
For the best scene,
Yeah.
the cave painting.
Cave paintings. Okay. So, all right. Do we have a worst moment or scene?
I think in terms of disgusting, the pool of blood. Not even as worse, just I call it as disgusting. See, that's where this. Yeah,
Trying to think if there's just a stupid scene where I was just like, man.
The scene where was it Sarah that just ran off suddenly and ended up falling down the hole or something?
Oh, that was Holly.
Oh yeah, that was
It's Holly.
Yeah,
Because
that was fucking stupid.
because and then so wait, that's when she broke the leg, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to remember. Okay, because I think there was a second time where somebody else just runs off, and I'm like,
That was Sarah.
Dude.
I think that's what I was thinking of.
and that's where I yelled at the TV.
Yeah.
I was like, did you not fucking learn to not run in the caves? Like, Jesus Christ.
Clearly not.
No. Yeah, you know what, Chad? That pissed me off.
That was stupid. That was dumb.
Like, I mean, I know there's supposed to be some dumb decisions in horror movies, but I always personally like when there's really good decisions and then the good decisions still get fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
you know what? Maybe we need to throw that Green Room. That's a movie like that. Maybe
The Green Room is a good movie.
I've never personally watched it, but I know I've been explained
I've
to
never
me.
heard of that.
It's the one with Anton Yelchin and fucking Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart's the bad guy, dude.
Yes, he is.
So I mean, I don't know if that sells it for you. I know that the idea
I'm
that
kind of in on that. I like that.
yeah, maybe I'll throw that on my list, dude. I'm pretty sure that's in the maybe not specific full horror, but I think it is. Bob, have you seen it?
I would say it's definitely horror thriller.
Okay.
It'll
Dude,
fit.
a lot of my picks are not going to fit for horror.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of mine are in.
Well, they're
more-
adjacent now.
Yeah.
Now we're going to the adjacent category. That's fine. Okay. Let's go back to the list here. Opening scene, hook you in. Fuck yeah,
Yes,
it did, dude.
yes, it did.
Without a doubt.
We talked enough about it. We don't need
Yeah,
to really
it
see
was my
anymore.
favorite kill. So
Exactly. Most attractive character. You got a lot to choose from.
Beth.
that's the one I'm picking. Beth, the brunette.
Yeah, 100%.
I was going to originally pick Juno.
I was
But as
kind of
much of a
leaning
cunt-
on Juno, dude, just because I was
As
like,
much
damn
as-
it, man.
She was a cunt though. She was a hot cunt, but just her cunt.
But not a good.
Yeah, but we're not judging the. Yeah, no, we are judging the character. Fuck.
Yes, we
I was like, that's literally the name of it. Yeah, then I guess I'm gonna have to agree because Beth is definitely the second runner up for me.
The one with the Scottish accent is a very close second
Ooh, she's pretty.
because of the
Yeah.
accent.
Holly was way too like British for me. I
yeah,
was just like, nah. I can't.
that was a very British. Yeah.
All right. Did the score set the mood?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh yeah.
Was there a lot? Yeah, there was in the intense scenes. There had to be,
It
like-
was tense where
Yeah.
it needed to be.
But by the end, I feel like they also used a lot of silent areas too. Like maybe not so much in the fighting, but like when they're actually like
You had to
stalking.
leave it silent so you could hear the crawling
Yeah.
and everything.
Exactly. You got to hear the breathing and the drooling and the.
Yeah.
Plus, the lack of music kind of makes you feel like you're there too.
One of them should have just farted in the background. You know what I mean?
Like Bobby before the show.
If this was a
Oh,
if this was
God.
a horror comedy, there would have been a setup of somebody that has nervous farts, and then at the end, like that would have been like the.
Why can I see that being like a Family Guy skit?
It probably
be like-
fucking is, dude.
It
I don't know.
probably-
It's been on long enough.
And it would be like popcorn farts. Like it's like.
Yeah, it like Peter, really right now. I'd be like, I'm sorry, I can't.
It would either be the
Like,
it
you
would
know
either
what
be
I mean?
popcorn, like a little quick popcorn farts like that, or it'll be like fucking.
No, I see like the little trumpet.
It'll be like John C. Riley's fart in Step Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Oh man. All right. Do we have a song in this one?
I don't remember.
Not that I remember.
All right, we're gonna skip that one. Next to the one, favorite character. Favorite character.
I'm going with Sarah because she was the one that she just kept going.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
she's a
I'm,
solid
go,
main
I'm
figure.
going with my same pick for the hottest. Beth. She figured the cunt out.
Well,
Yeah,
I
just-
think they all kind of already knew, or maybe I guess she figured it out with the necklace. Yeah,
I just liked her because she was hot.
she was, and she. Yeah, that's fair. Who was the one that did that like crawled across and set the bridge? That was the Scottish one, wasn't it?
I
think- yeah, that was the
believe
Scottish
so. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with her, dude, because I'm just gonna give her balls to the wall for doing all that. That was insane. Was it scary? You know what?
It made me stay out of caves.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
yes, dude.
Yeah.
My ass ain't going in the caves ever again.
Maybe
ever.
not even so on the monster side, but the
Yes, yeah.
claustrophobic side of it.
Exactly.
Oh,
Just the thought that could come crashing down on you at any second. Like, nope, not doing that.
See, for me, I'm going to go both because, again, yeah, the claustrophobia, but also, again, since it's the Appalachian Mountains, we don't know what's out.
I mean, the jump scares, dude, when we got the monsters behind them and stuff, were solid jump scares, dude, for
Mhm.
sure. And they're ones that I feel like hold the test of time if you don't, watch it avidly enough.
This is true.
Okay. So with that question, does it hold up today?
Oh, yes.
Minus
Without
the terrible CGI bats? Absolutely yes. Just clean those up a little bit.
We've seen movies where bats are literally cell animated into a movie, so into the frames.
Oh my God, what was that?
I can't remember.
I
What
don't
was
remember.
that? I feel like Monster Squad does that too, though.
Maybe.
But there's definitely a movie I remember we were laughed really fucking hard about something like that, but I feel like that was a long time ago.
Guys, if you can remember, let us know.
Oh my god.
Please, we can't remember
Chad
shit.
Daddy just dusted off like a memory that I didn't realize I had.
It's an old core memory you forgot about.
Yep. I feel like I always have them, but I just need a little bit of like dusting and a little push. And I'm like, oh, there it is. Yep, got it. Okay. How was the acting?
It was really good.
Superb.
Really good.
Okay, solid. Did we enjoy the cinematography?
Oh yeah.
Yes, we did.
Amazing. It was fantastic. It actually makes you believe you're in a cave for one.
Yeah. Lighting, fantastic.
The
Shots, fantastic. Whole thing. Did we enjoy the premise, boys? I'm going to say
much.
yes.
Yes, we absolutely did.
And was the climax satisfying? Fuck yeah, it was, dude.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna say the climax where she like finally stabs her in the leg. Like, is that it? Like,
I would say from there forward, yeah.
Like that's just like that was the final like solid justice of it. You're like, yes, good deal. Okay, so are we gonna recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot?
Rewind and reboot. I want to see more.
I would love to. Yeah.
Okay. You don't even need a story with any same characters.
No.
Honestly,
no, just the same situation.
Yep. Or maybe those coming out at night. You know what I mean? Like, and somebody catches one somebody sees one while it's hunting. That happens. Oh, damn it! All right. Maybe I just need to watch the second one, dude.
It's you don't see it, but there are people that know about them.
Okay. No, I want somebody like who's like hunting like something like a coyote, and then they like see one, and they like maybe go back in the cave, and so that's where this person's like, "What the fuck is this?" Explore it like they think it's like a cryptid or something, but it's really like this fucking whatever.
I mean, technically, it would be a cryptid because you don't really know what it is.
I mean, these things are almost Wendigo like, minus kinda, they can't. I mean, they can't see, so they're like Moldigo.
That's a good
All right, let's rate this bitch. Brody started us off with a 4.6. Bob, what do you got?
Well, I'm actually going to go a little higher. Solid 5 for me.
Wow. All right.
It's got it all.
I'm not going to give it a 5. Don't want to give it a 4.5. Let me mull this over. Big Johnny D, what's your score?
So it's a solid movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's a solid movie, and like I said, the fact that I'm only just picking on the stupidest thing that I could pick on for this movie to be bad in one spot, I feel honestly says something. Now, is it one that I have consistently on cycle? No. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't take away from it as good as it is. I feel like I'm going to go 4.4.
I see. I was thinking 4.2.
That's fine. I mean, I'm kind of I feel like it's above a 4, but I still feel like it's not a 4.5. That's why I'm thinking
4.2 ish.
And I really can't. I don't even have a solid explanation of why.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Like, it's entertaining, but maybe just because it also just gives me fucking anxiety through the roof. So it's like, but yeah, I'll go 4.4.
I'll go 4.2.
4.2? Okay. 4.4 and 4.2. All right, so we divide that bitch. And that would be a 4.55. So Brody called at 4.6.
Holy shit. Right on the money.
How about that?
All right. Obviously, we do not have a Scuba Steve. I'm interested to know where Scoob would have said on this one.
I don't know, but I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get a score from him. I was going to ask, and then I just completely forgot.
There's no way he hasn't seen this fucking movie.
No, he's definitely seen this.
All right. What are we doing next week, Chad Eddie?
Well, next week, grab your family, get a bag of popcorn, and head to the circus. we're going to see them Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, nice, dude.
Ooh, all right. I've been
I
wanting
literally
to,
just watched this like a couple months, like a month.
I've been wanting to finish the movie, let alone now I got to watch it again.
You have
I'm
never
really-
finished it?
No, like I swear to God, it's always been bits and pieces, and every
You
time I get
son
to
of a
finish,
bitch.
and every
So the-
time I go to finish it, something comes up, and I'm like, mother.
The best part is it's still free on everything right now. So Tubi, Amazon.
I was going to store the
Pluto.
DVD because I want it anyway.
I used to have the fucking DVD, and then somebody stole it, and I never.
I have the DVD
another one.
somewhere.
Nice. Nope, but that'll be fun.
Oh, it's such a shitty movie, but it's
Dude,
such
you
a
know
fun
what? That
movie.
means I don't even have to wait till nighttime to watch it, dude. Like I could watch that with the kiddo because she's already watched that one. Like that's
There you go.
dude, that's always a fun one too, though. It's ridiculous.
It is.
Oh man, I'm gonna need some cotton candy for next week.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah! We're gonna have to all be sitting there eating cotton candy while we're reviewing it.
Speaking
Ooh.
of cotton candy, so my sister and brother-in-law went to a con. It was called Fright at the Falls. It was up at Niagara Falls a couple weekends ago.
Mhm.
And my sister there was a cotton candy vendor there. And she must have had like different all themed cotton candy. So my sister, obviously knowing me, and she got herself one as well, but they had a marshmallow flavored cotton candy, dude. And it was all like that shit was so fun. I'm not even a cotton candy guy, bro, but that shit was fucking money.
Nice.
It was so good. All right. So yeah. Killer Clowns from Outer Space next week. Is there anything nerdy you boys want to discuss?
Well, I mean, we did get the teaser for Terrifier 3.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, we
We
did.
did. I'm happy. I'm excited for it. I'm ready.
I am too, and I love how there's already things coming out. Oh my God, it's going to be like the opening scene is going to get it banned. And I'm like, no offense, that just makes me want to watch it like 10 times more.
Well, wait, it's gonna get banned?
Damien
Was
Leone
that supposed to be the opening scene, or is he just saying like?
No, that's what they're saying. Like he said, like people on his crew said, you do realize this opening scene is probably going to be enough to get you this movie banned in certain
No.
areas. It's like, and he just goes, he's like, that's okay. It is what it is. I'm not censoring this.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
So I'm excited for that. I love the teaser. I love that it's during Christmas.
I know, but I wish it was because it's dropping October next year.
October 24th.
Yeah.
I guess I mean I don't know. I'd almost be like, yo, dude, just drop it in November. You know what I mean? So
Maybe
that way,
he
like,
will. You never know.
Yeah, I do wish he would delay it a little more to get it closer to Christmas. I mean, I understand you want to get it right there at the end of spooky season.
Right,
but
you want to get that both like get the ass end of Halloween into Christmas, but I'm like, yo, man, November. You know, we're always still itching for horror movies.
Yeah, man, put it out fucking Thanksgiving weekend.
Fucking April. I can't wait for Thanksgiving, by the way.
Oh, that shit's on the way.
I heard that, by the way.
I did too.
Yeah, I was trying.
I'm not going to edit it out at all.
So this was just announced. I don't know who all plays Dead by Daylight. I tried to get into it, but so apparently about 2 years ago, the Stranger Things expansion for Dead by Daylight was canceled. It was completely removed from the store.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, everybody's pissed off about it.
Well, it's back. They renewed the license, so it is back as of today.
That's cool.
Nice. That's cool.
So anybody that spent money actually can get that shit back?
Cool. Yeah, so any of those people out there that love Dead by Daylight, and
there's a lot of people out there.
Yeah, it's got a huge fan base. It has a very toxic fan base too.
Doesn't everything?
Yeah.
There's always a certain level of toxicity to every fan base, regardless. And it's sad, but it's true.
And also, if you guys have anybody that has Screambox, which I might have to renew it for this, but our good friend Mr. Adam Marcus, Secret Santa, hits Screambox tomorrow.
Yes,
you know, I was telling somebody about that the other day. I was like, yo, you want a stupid, fun movie to watch? Like, watch Secret Santa. And the sad part is I couldn't remember like any weird specific things, but I was trying to explain the brother-in-law because I was like, yo, this dude was my favorite character, and this dude was like coked out of his mind. He was just fucking everybody.
I'm legit thinking of renewing my Screambox just to watch a good copy of this for once, because the one that was on Prime was shit.
Yeah, dude, and that's the only one I saw. I never even got.
Remember, Adam was in the chat telling us about it. He was like, yeah, that's a shitty copy. It's a corrupted file, is what he said.
Yeah, that sucked because that movie.
I'm gonna order the DVD and get it for Christmas.
There you go.
There you go. The one quick little nerdy thing I got is actually today, 2 hours ago, Gutter Garb's officially licensed Black Christmas shit dropped. So head over there if you want some Christmas decor for yourself.
Yeah,
Nice.
I saw that. I like the shirt they got.
Hell yeah, dude. I can't wait. I might dip a toe in there. We'll have to see. Because I do love me some Black Christmas.
I would, but I was bad yesterday, so no.
That happens. That happens.
Well, I bought an original 1988 Blob poster,
Nice.
and I nailed it for $45.
That's a steal. That is an absolute steal.
It looked original from the paper it was on. Either way, you don't see them, so I'm like, yeah, well, I will have that. Thank you.
Nice. Even a reprint alone is over $20, so you're still.
Yeah, I'm still
You're
doing
that's-
pretty good.
Awesome. Anything else, nerdy boys?
I got nothing, buddy.
I got nothing here for that one.
Well, then I'm going to say it is time to call it a night.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right, Bob. Start it off, homie.
This is your Killing Machine, Bobby Moon, saying we will see you next week. And yeah, we'll see you next week. I don't have anything witty today.
Damn, dude.
Get the popcorn. Get the cotton candy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy, way down yonder in the Chattahoochee, saying, join us next week. We're going to the circus. We're going to see some killer clowns. Or, as Two-Face would call it, massacre under the big top.
Ooh.
Oh.
And I am your not so mean fluff master supreme, Big Johnny D, saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us for another fun episode of the Gore More podcast. Join us next week for Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Outer Space.
Outer Space.
Get your wiener dogs ready. Your wiener balloon dogs. Best scene ever.
I don't. I like the shadow puppets.
The shadow puppet's great,
Yeah,
dude. I used
shut
to
up.
love it as a kid, but now as an adult, I love for some reason the fucking balloon dog puppet. Just especially when it starts barking. Can't wait for next week, dude. It's gonna be great.
If you guys haven't seen Killer Clowns, you're gonna have a fucking fun time watching this.
It's
Either that, or you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys, dude?"
a lot.
Either way, it's gonna be a good time. No, it's if you like the Blob and you want more comedy, that's what we're gonna get. You know what I mean?
That sounds. Yeah. Okay.
That's the best way that I would explain it. But all right. So yeah, join us next week, Killer Clowns. Watch it anywhere for fucking free. And other than that, oh yeah, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Clown dick.
Penis.